welcome back, fans all around the world. Bazza and Rob are here today to answer your questions. Keep sending them in quickly, because it's a real kind of good opportunity. Here's one from King Frederick of Bavaria. Lads, tell us about your love of Germany and why. Apparently you have a great love for Germany, and does this go back a long way?
We've always loved Germany. And is this a real question?
Yes, King Frederick.
Yeah, no, we've always loved Germany. I mean, it's one of our special places. I mean, ever since we first started our career, right from the very beginning.
Yes, and the history goes with it. The people are very passionate, aren't they?
Yeah, there are certain countries in the world that seem to be more so Bee Gees music oriented than other parts of the world.
Yes.
Germany, I think, is one of those prime places.
Japan.
New Zealand more so.
Isle of Man.
And New Zealand, Australia, South America. I think there are places where we really, for some reason, mean more to these people.
Yeah. So if you're watching in those places, send in your questions and hurry up, because we're all up down the pub in about 10 minutes. Right. Can we please say hi to Sandy, who's recovering from a bone marrow transplant?
Yes, indeed. Hello, Sandy.
Sandy.
Hi, Sandy. Get well soon.
Get well soon. Hope you feel better.
Yeah. All the best to you, Sand, and get that transplant. Marvellous. Do you both like this chat room? Is this a new innovation when you were young as boys? Could you ever imagine you could communicate?
Well, we had a chat room, Dave, but no camera, and just a room we chatted in.
I know that, I remember.
We called it a chat room.
Yeah, I remember that.
People in it.
I remember that.
We called it a talking room.
I remember that. That's great. Anyway.
No, we do love it, and we did envision these things. We used to build fake cameras and pretend to broadcast. So for us, it's a fantastic thrill that what we're doing right now is real.
Yes.
Actually being able to talk on camera that goes all over the world.
Yeah.
An honour.
People in their rooms now, or in their beds, or sitting in their bathroom, wherever they're watching. Especially your friends in Germany, because we know how much you love Germany. Yeah. You had to rewrite the lyrics to Jive Talking when you found out the actual meaning. Do you remember the original lyrics? What's it like that? No? I don't know what this is. Is
this your question?
No, it's not. No, it's a question from here.
We weren't sure what Jive Talking meant. We'd heard it said a lot in American dialogue, but we weren't sure what it meant. And I think between us and Arif, we figured out what it meant, and then we wrote. We didn't write the wrong lyric. We just had the wrong impression of what those two words were.
Yeah, we were understood at the time that Jive Talking was about dancing.
That's right.
And
but in fact, it means
he said it was about lying. It was a kind of
it's just Jive Talking.
Jiving. So it was really about the girl lying to the guy, and this was the person singing the song.
Yeah. Now, Huda, from our Jamaican fan here, Leroy, he wants to know: did you ever meet Johnny Cash, both of you?
No.
I don't think we did, no.
Did either of you buy his house?
We met his brother, Petty Cash.
Oh, I know, yeah. What? You met his brother, Petty Cash?
Yeah, that was his sister, Petty Cash.
Yeah, was that Tom Petty Cash? Yeah, his sister. So you never met Johnny, but did either of you buy his house? Or was that just...
We may have driven by us one day.
Yeah, of course.
We were Cash fans.
Yeah.
Right from Teenage Queen onwards. I think Morris in particular, I think, was a big Johnny Cash fan.
Yeah, because I know that he wrote that song after a curry called Ring of Fire. Wasn't it? When he had, because Johnny loved the curry, didn't he?
We are Cash fans.
You are Cash fans.
To the end.
Yeah.
And that realm of music in that period, Roy Orbison, who was also living in that same area.
So we come from a period when country and western music was actually mainstream pop music.
Yes.
And then it evolved into just a specialised.
Country is moving back into mainstream, but not like it was. In those days, Ray Charles, country western sounds, Roy Orbison was pop. It was, although looked upon as a country star, he was a pop star, and as indeed was Johnny Cash.
But you have written songs with a great country flavour, the two of you.
Yeah, Eyes in the
Stream, of course, and all that, with Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers. Any plans to do more country tunes?
Well, we love country music.
You just love music generally, the writers, don't you? You know,
it depends on what comes out.
You're songsmiths. You are songsmiths.
Yeah.
You are. And your love of Germany is still very evident. How are the Gibb children? The 400. Let's talk about your 60 children, and then we'll go to Robin's 70 children. There are lots of, your children have had children. You're a grandfather now, Baz?
Yes.
How do you feel like being a grandfather?
I feel great. I think it's wonderful to be a grandfather.
I was looking at our family tree yesterday, and it's gone. I found our great grandmother, Jane Smith, 1795.
Yeah.
And she married another bloke. And
Harry Smith.
involved Wolfman.
Was he German?
It wasn't German, it comes from Middlewich in Cheshire.
Ah, I know.
So we go back to the Smiths.
But,
Smiths.
but isn't he great, you know?
Not something both found.
And Middlewich in Cheshire. It's still there, by the way. And hi to everybody in Middlewich.
Say hello to Middlewich if you're there. Oh, look, they're out the lads.
All
They're
you
great.
folks in Middlewich.
Oh, that's great. That's great. There's some... Okay. The Love and Hope. I know that it was great this year. Everybody watching. I watched Barry and Robin together at Love and Hope. Tell us a little bit about that. Might there ever be a film released or anything?
Love and Hope? No.
No.
It was something I think that we both wanted to do from our hearts. We just wanted to play together because I think we'd spent the last couple of years in such chaos, mentally and
a very
emotionally.
personal experience for us.
Yeah.
But for us, the music had become really important again. And I think we had to come around to that. And doing that one show, in a way, told us how much we were capable of doing.
Yeah.
It was a great vehicle for us to get together.
Well,
and perform.
I was there and the magic was great, and also the money you raised for diabetes, which is fantastic.
Which was also
You know, and also UNICEF, the money you raised in those days, that album you did, and when you know, millions have been raised by these two.
Too much heaven, and it's still making
that's
money
right.
from it.
All the royalties from that. It's fantastic.
Yeah, we enjoyed it.
Very charitable, especially in Germany. Will there ever be a Bee Gees iPod?
What do you mean, like a pod that Bee Gees
I don't know. I didn't know what iPod is. Is this what kids listen to? Yeah. I'm not very literate, but it's a little thing they put tunes into. Is there a Bee Gees iPod, Ash? No, nor do I. But we're all moving on now.
Having said that, probably.
Yeah. But it's iTunes. Tell us about this iTunes here. And now here we go. How are Linda and Dweena? The girls, your respective wives.
Yeah, Linda's fine.
Yeah.
Everyone's good.
Great. We're filming this in Barry's house. That's great. Did you ever, in your careers, get stage fright?
Yeah, I'm sure we did.
Together or individually, or?
I'm sure individually or together.
Collectively and
Yeah. Was there a night where it was particularly frightening, or when you just felt it was not the move?
I remember the one with all those that really big stadium.
Munich?
That was unnerving.
Was it Dodgers?
No, the one in Germany.
Germany?
Hanover?
Yes. Yeah. That was pretty unnerving.
Germany.
The one at night, the fireworks just left, where the whole crowd were like doing the wave. And it was like 50,000.
And what about Jakarta when you had the monsoon?
Yeah.
60,000 people in bare feet.
I had these soldiers with guns at the front of the stage, sort of.
Yeah.
Actually, not just to stop the crowd, but to make sure we didn't leave the stage.
Yeah.
I see. Well, the guns trained on the crowd, or
Oh no. Yeah.
they were trained on you?
Because that was when there was the big rainstorm.
Of course.
We wouldn't go on. And they said if we send the support act on first, if they live, would we go on?
So if they didn't get electrocuted, you go on.
Yeah, that was our condition.
So that was it, and this was all done,
We
wind in the
really
rain.
compromised.
Yes.
Because it still looked very deadly up there. There was an inch of water on the stage.
Good Lord. But there were 70,000 people, and so they trained the guns because they don't want you to let them down. They come to see you and,
That's right,
and all that.
Something like that.
But stage fright is something that happens from time to time. You get it really before you go on.
Yeah.
Very rarely happens when you're on stage.
No.
But it can happen in the middle of a song.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And stage fright can happen when you're working to people that are in your business.
Yeah.
If you're working to an audience of singers
Yeah.
or an audience of your
Peers.
Your
peers,
peers.
that's unnerving.
Yeah. What is the trickiest song that you sing together?
Chattanooga Choo Choo.
Ah,
We
wonderful.
try to avoid it.
Is that the
That's
cat?
why we don't do it. That's why we don't do it.
Is that the cat that chewed my new shoes?
Yeah.
But I've seen your songs. What about Harry's Gate?
We don't do Harry Gate.
No, I remember Harry's Gate though.
Yeah, I know, because
That's a
that was
friend
when the
of mine.
album didn't come out.
Fanny Be Tender,
Great song.
tricky song to sing together. Wonderful song.
It is tricky, yeah.
But there are songs on stage where you feel good about one night singing, confident singing.
Yes.
And then other nights you get nervous.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
There are times when you get blackouts too on stage. Well, you can't do anything.
Yeah, you just pass
Or
out.
you just pass out.
Yeah.
That's the best thing.
Yeah.
Because it looks like part of the act.
Yeah.
You can get away with that.
Have you ever passed out on stage,
Because a
Rob?
lot of groups pass out these days on stage, so you can get away with it.
No, you passed out a few times at about stage. But Robbo, talk us about passing out. But it's when adrenaline meets nerves. Is when
Yes.
you. Yeah.
I don't see no passing out blackout. Is that when you can forget a load of lines, of
Done it
the
myself.
chorus or the verse that's
Yeah.
coming up,
Yeah.
and you ad lib, and most of the audience who were there that might know them,
Right.
know while you're ad libbing, or think you don't notice it at all.
But of course, bless you, Mo, we love you. When the three of you are together and all that, that could be quite tricky if one of you forgot your part.
or you make a mistake.
Yeah.
There'd be a complete silence.
Complete silence.
You hit a bum note,
Yeah.
hit a bad note, that can destroy your nerves for about 3 songs.
Yeah.
It can affect, but sometimes, if Barry thinks he's hit a bum note, I wouldn't notice it, you see, or if I think I've hit a bum note,
Right.
they probably wouldn't notice it, but we're more attuned
You
to
were
our
tuned
own
it, yeah.
voices.
You were tuned like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question now about this deafness that has happened with Phil Collins. I know has gone deaf in one
Oh,
ear.
this is news to us.
Yeah, and Pete Townsend and Roger Daltrey there.
Yeah.
And they use the earpieces like that, because in the old days you used monitors, but nowadays you've got the earpieces. Is that dangerous? Obviously they've become deaf through...
I don't know if that's, but is that
the
what
sound.
causes it? We don't know what causes that.
No,
we
no,
know that
but-
Pete Townsend, or indeed Roger, we've
Yeah.
heard is losing some hearing.
Yeah,
That could have been done through the years and years of just
Right.
volume.
of high volume.
It may not have anything to do with those earpieces.
No, no,
Personally, I think the earpieces are amazing,
yeah.
because you can sing for twice
So
as
you
long.
hear more.
Yes.
Wow, and you don't have to have it as loud.
You don't have to turn it up.
What I've noticed without the
Yeah,
earpieces,
yeah.
if you're on stage and for an hour and you've got the band playing behind you, you walk off, your ears are ringing for a bit, for about
Yeah.
half an hour afterwards.
Yeah,
It's just as
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah.
Just-
yeah.
So
No, that's an interesting question, because the harmonies over the years you've done, they're so kind of intricate, and the end result is so wonderful. To be honest with you, the three of you, or the two of you now, or whatever, the singing was everything. The band is just a bonus.
Well,
Because the voices with the instruments, the voices and the way you sang and whatever.
No.
But that's me just being a fan, and I'm sure a lot of
In the
people
70s
listening
in
will
the
think the
70s,
same.
The records were everything.
Yeah,
In the 60s, the performance was everything.
yes,
It's just me. But in the 70s, high production became the mainstream. That was the normal thing, to make high production records. One of our favourites, I'm sure Robin's too, is the Disco Inferno that was on the Stephen album. It's
Yeah.
an amazing record.
yeah, yeah,
But it's all about atmosphere. It's all about the build-up and,
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
music as well as the singers.
yeah.
And they don't have atmosphere records anymore.
No.
Like they used to make then.
Well, like heard on the grapevine, what's going on,
Yeah,
Marvin
and that's
Gaye.
why they use a lot of the old records in films, because they have a
Yeah.
quality which new records don't have. They don't go
Yeah.
for those atmospheres. They've got more grooves now, but they know the
Yeah,
emotional
atmosphere.
atmospheres.
That's right.
And now it's back to people really performing.
Like Yellow Submarine, for instance, and things like
Yes,
that. When you
yeah.
felt you were within a submarine, you're talking about you used to paint scenarios with your audio kind of.
Submarine, yellow.
Aha, steady as you go, number one. Here we are, another one. Just a good question. What are individually your favourite songs? Your favourite Bee Gees songs?
Well,
You know,
Lots.
there must be.
We
Say your
don't
top
have-
three. Skipper, do you have a top three?
Yeah, but then later on today I might have another thing.
another one.
Yeah. Well, we can always come back.
And not necessarily all the songs that are our favourites or songs
No,
that came out as
right.
singles.
Yes.
Right.
But
Yeah.
be an album track, and
Yeah.
or songs that should have come out as singles.
I
maybe.
personally love Saved by the Bell that Robin did,
Yeah.
and I'm sure there are things that he liked that I might have done. That
But
we
I love the
never
song,
really
I
said
love
to
the
each
song
other.
that Barry did on the Cucumber Castle, Then You Left Me.
Yeah.
Which,
Which wasn't a hit.
And had mandolins in it and everything. Which
That's right.
you don't hear those.
No.
And
No.
they will work today. It's fantastic.
These
Yeah.
days we know and think about things that each other did
Yeah. Of course.
that we actually really liked.
Oh,
and we
I'm
never
not
said
sure.
to each other.
If I only had my mind on something else, it was great. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
Right.
That was I was on that with someone Barry.
So-
did.
That's right. we were
So now when you're in your own chat room, you look back and think, when you did that, I wanted to tell you what I felt about that. And
Well,
this is
yeah,
what I
yeah.
thought.
right.
But
Isn't that-
sometimes you don't realise it at the time.
No.
You don't listen at the time.
No, of course
Listen
not.
afterwards. Like in the distance, you get to
Yeah.
appreciate it more.
When you're two, that's very, very
So
interesting.
we now look at each other as individuals and what we were both capable of doing. And
Yeah.
we're both capable of doing together.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. Well, so many great songs you've written together. Now you can look back fondly and remember how you were when you did them and whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, just a couple of things. Physically, Barry, how is your back? Welcome
fine.
back. Back's fine.
Fine.
Robbo, you're feeling fine?
Yep.
You have a beautiful smile, Robin. You both look great. We want to see you more, say the fans. Favourite TV programmes currently, both of you?
Catherine Tate.
In America, I like Real Time on HBO.
Yes.
And over here, Little Britain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Daily Show, Jon Stewart. Quite like.
Do you prefer performing with an orchestra or a smaller band? Now, over the years, on the old days, the orchestra with Bill Shepherd and whatever, and you worked there. Do you still like performing?
Yeah.
Or the idea of performing with an
Well, an
orchestra?
orchestra's wonderful. If
Yeah.
you do it right,
I think we like working both, don't we?
Yeah.
We can work
We
with
love
just
both.
acoustic guitars on their own,
Yeah.
or we can work with an orchestra.
Yeah. There's something that the orchestra provides dramatically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they want to know, the fans here. There's some wonderful stuff. They want to know, how important are the fans to you?
Yeah, everything.
Very,
Sure.
very important.
I know that. I know that.
Yeah, but we're telling them.
And please, will you give us more of these webcasts? It's great to see you both together. When will we both see you together again?
Sooner than you think.
Yes.
Soon, you
fact,
think?
I mean, right now, what we're going to be, I mean, whenever Barry wants me to appear with him, and we're going to, because I haven't got a camera myself.
No.
So
We'll do this. We'll try to be as regular as we can
Yeah.
and give you updates to what's going on. And listen, we put our fans above everything,
absolutely.
and we all work together. We always have. When Mo was with us, it was always the two groups of people, us and our fans.
Yeah.
And
you're going to see more of us from
You're
now
gonna see
on.
more of it.
This is
Yeah.
only the start.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll try to continue
Well-
to communicate. Yeah,
Well, no, that's great. And to see you both here together today is the start of a new era. And thank you very much,
Thank you.
Barry and Robin. I think it's
Thank you,
wonderful
Dave. Yeah.
to be here. And for everybody around the world, I want you all to just do a little applause. Although we can't hear you,
One hand
we can
clap.
imagine it, and the boys will be back. But next time, we will give you good notice to let you know when Barry and Robin will be here to answer your questions. Thank you both very much indeed.
Thank you.
Bless
Thanks a lot, everyone.
Good luck with everything. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye bye.